Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Wilderness Lakes in Menifee, California. Yep, I'm back here at one of my, I'm kind of liking this place because it's back to nature. There's, the one where I was at the other day when I took you outside and showed you was all perfectly planned out. This is where the RV goes, this is where the walkway is in your patio, and this is where your car goes. Whereas these ones are a little more, rough, I guess, but I love it. It's because it reminds me of my childhood when we used to go camping as a family and stuff, and it reminds me of those camping grounds that we used to go to where you'd have the ablution blocks would be over there with the toilets and the showers and the kitchen and the laundry, and you'd be on your campsite. So this is really, really cool, and I might take you outside in a little bit to show you outside. But what I want to talk about today, Sparkles got her first fill up. That was an experience. First of all, I found a gas station not far from when I left Hemet to come over here to Menifee. Found a gas station just down the street. I had to drive around to park in an area until I waited till a car moved out so I could move in. I actually took up 2 pumps because I couldn't go to the very first pump because of the length of Sparkles. You know, you're talking 32 feet, and if I put her out, so I was just using the first pump in the row there, then she would have been sticking out. Nobody got around her. So I actually ended up parking her next to 2 pumps, got out, walked around the back and went, oh, I was a little too far towards the middle between this pump here and this pump over here. And I thought, oh, we're going to have to move her so I can get closer to the pumps. The hose will reach the back because her gas tank is on the back end of the driver's side behind the license plate. So I had to get back in, pulled forward, backed her up, perfect alignment the second time, get out, and this wonderful, wonderful old gentleman is standing there and he's watching me and he goes, did you just drive that? And I went, he says, are you driving this? And I went, yes. And he goes, that's really big for you to be driving. He says, but you did it very well. So I was just sort of like, it actually is a lot easier than people think. People look at the size of Sparkles or a bus or anything and go, oh my gosh, how the hell do you drive that? It is actually a lot easier. And I'm getting more and more confident behind the wheel with it as well. So got to the back there and of course then oh God, this is so funny. Pulled out the card, swiped the card, started the pumping and everything else, and standing there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and watching the dollars go and the gallons go on the thing. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. And all of a sudden it got to $100 and stopped. It was the limit. It was the receipt limit is what came up on the thing. And I was like, what? And so I took the nozzle out, put it back on the pump again, swiped the same card again, and went to access it, and no, declined. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I know the money's there, but it declined because I had just used it to pump up $100 and it wasn't going to let me use that one. Thankfully, I have more than one debit card, so pulled out the next debit card, put that in, carried on pumping, ka-chunk, 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 and the things, and of course the dollars are going, and the gallons are going, gulunk, 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 and again get to $100, cut off. I'm like, oh, this is going to be right, okay. And I know I have one debit card that has the chip works fine, but the magnetic strip doesn't. And then I remembered, hang on, we got the emergency one. So I pulled out the emergency one, put that one in, and that one sped away to all of $3. I think it was $3, hang on. $11.38. It was just over 3 gallons, and boom, she was full. So I put a total in today of 57.7 gallons into Sparkles today. She was just under a quarter of a tank. So it was quite an experience. So now I have to make sure that when I go to the gas station, because there are limits, and she actually is a 75-gallon tank. So I know now that I know that there are limits on the machine, on the pumps to $100, I'm going to have make sure that I have the cards available to me. So that was quite an experience. And then got on the road and was driving over, ended up on this 1-lane road, and a line of traffic behind me. Fortunately, there was a big shoulder area came up ahead, so I was able to pull over there and let everybody go past. Got to the campsite, found this great little spot here. Actually, I'm going to turn it around so you can, I don't know if you can see out the back there, but you can see there's a row of campers behind me, and then just beyond that is one of the lakes that's here. And I'm actually between two lakes. So there's one just over there, and don't know if you can see. Actually, let's put that up there so you can see the one across the way. There's got some really cool little lights around the big horn there. But there's water over the back there. So, yeah, I left my little camping spot. And then, of course, it was like, get everything set up. I was set up in 20 minutes. It was awesome. It was the best setup yet, except for my water. My water hose is giving me some issues. So, I've got a thing to fix that, so we'll get that fixed tomorrow. It's going to make it easier to get the hose on and off and stop it squirting out the side whenever I turn the water on. So I'll fix that tomorrow because I can't bother doing it tonight. It's too cold outside. It has actually been like, the high today was 59. So like, it's May and it was 59 degrees. I'm like, jeepers, it's almost June. We're almost into summer and we're at 59 degrees. But then this week's going to make up for it. Tomorrow's meant to be 75. And by the time we get to Thursday, we're going to be at 80. And I'm like, ooh, keep us in this mid-70s. Mid-70s, I like. Mid-70s and below, I like. So I got the hoodie on tonight because it's a little cold, but going to put my heater on. And hopefully tomorrow the guys are going to come out and check out my propane tank so I can actually turn it on and do some cooking. I do have the microwave here and I really don't like using it, but I've been using it in emergencies, but I really don't like using microwaves. I tend to overcook things in microwaves, either overcook or undercook. Yeah, probably because I don't use them that often. But anyway, so Sparkles was thirsty today. Sparkles got filled up. I've taken a note of the mileage and everything in my little road trip app, so I can see how many gallons per mile I'm going to get. And in an RV this size, you're looking anywhere between 7 to 10 miles per gallon. Simply because of the size, and it also depends what sort of terrain you're going over. Let's see what sort of terrain you're going over and what speed you're going at and if you're towing or not, and of course how heavy your vehicle is. So lots of factors come into that. So I work on 7 miles per gallon times 75 gives me around somewhere between 500 and 600 miles before I need to top her up again. So she was very thirsty today, but she's got a full belly, and we're here till Friday. Friday night, not sure where we're staying. I might go boondocking on Friday night. Might give that a whirl. Well, that'll be fun. Boondocking. If you don't know what boondocking is, that's out with no facilities. So you've got a generator and a full water. Make sure your water tank's full. Make sure your grey and your black tanks are empty. And that your generator's ready to go, because that's all you're going to have is your generator and whatever's in your water tank. And my water tank holds, I think it's 80 gallons. I'll double check on that, but I think it's 80. It's either 70 or 80 gallons of water. And then the next day I'm back in Escondido, and then I'm there for 9 days, I think it is. And then I come back here for almost 2 weeks before I leave for New Zealand. So, I get to spend June here. And I just love this park. So got trees. Did an awesome parking job today. It was awesome. Very proud of myself. Like I said, I'm getting very good at maneuvering this thing. I actually did a 3-point turn in her today. I did a 3-point turn. I was heading towards the park, and then I realized that check-in time's not till 1 o'clock, and this was just before 12. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to push it because there's people that have to check out by 12, and it can help me get a better parking spot. And so I came up to the intersection where I had to turn right to come down here to the camping ground, and I ended up doing a left turn into this dead-end area and executed a perfect 3-point turn in a 32-foot RV. I was so proud of myself. So it's a lot of fun getting out there, trying new things. Actually went and parked at, what was the name of that place? One of the fast food places. It's called Archibald's. Yeah. And took up 2 parking spaces. Just did a pull-through parking space and parked there, and went inside and got my food and came and sat back out at the table in the parking lot, just to help kill time till it was time to come and check in at the RV park. So, and I managed to get out of the parking lot without scratching any other vehicles. Yes. So, been doing lots of new things this week and getting very confident behind the wheels. I didn't get any of the fishtailing today, which was nice. So, not sure why we didn't get fishtailing today when we've had it on other days. Maybe it's just on the freeways. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, hope you have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you all later.